Hi students, a very good afternoon to everybody right there. Welcome to the very session. Hey everybody, hi, a very good afternoon to everybody right there. How are you all doing? Welcome to the very session. I am Preksha Sharma, your English educator at Unacademy, and I give you all a warm welcome. How are you all doing, guys? Today we are going to deal with the poem, which is the bold poem, and this is literally one of the very important poems from your examination point of view. That is from your term 1 point of view, basically. Alright, so make sure that everybody is going to listen to me so carefully and everybody is going to understand the poem in a very deeper manner. Okay, so I welcome you all once again. Okay, people, so come on, share the link of the session with all your friends right away. Call all of them because we are going to deal with it in a very deeper manner. We are going to complete the entire poem today. Okay. Hey Varsha, good afternoon. Hello everybody. Good afternoon everybody. Welcome to the very session. So guys, my name is Preksha Sharma, your English educator at Unacademy, and I'm sure you guys know me. If you don't know me, then let me give a very brief introduction about myself. I've done MA in English from Delhi University, and for the past few years I've been guiding a lot of students to be completely amazing in their communication skills without any hesitation, without any fear, any nervousness, any anxiety. And like besides that, I'm also teaching them to score good marks in their academics, and I'm sure I'm going to help each one of you with this. Okay, so guys, keep following me. All right, hello everybody. Hey Simple, hi guys, welcome to the session. Moving ahead, guys, you know we have got this Unacademy Plus platform. This is one of the platforms wherein you can connect with your educators in a more interactive manner. Okay, so if you really have something, if you really have any doubt, and if you really want to interact with your favorite educator and you want to study the subject so precisely, so perfectly, then guys, go ahead with it. Okay, go ahead with the subscription that we are providing to all of you. We are providing flat 10% off. Okay, you have to make use of my code PSH10 because this code will help you achieve good marks in your examination. Okay guys, do not delay your success. Your exams are approaching, November is approaching. You have to be really enthusiastic now. There is no point of being lethargic, or there is no point of being inactive or lazy. Kindly do it as soon as you all can. Okay, hey everybody, hi guys, hi Sarika. My English exam was awesome. That's pretty good. Very nice, Sarika. That's really nice. I hope that you are going to achieve good marks in this. Hello everybody, hi Nisa, hi Shivi, hello guys, hello everybody, good afternoon guys. Hey Preeti, good afternoon everybody. Hey Sanchita, hi dear, good afternoon to everyone right there. Okay, so guys, now we are moving ahead with the very poem, which is the bold poem. Okay, the ball poem, and it has been written by John Berryman. So now guys, I would like to know from all of you what exactly the poem is telling us, what exactly the message we get from it. I'm sure that you guys must be aware of something about it, but now I'm going to tell you everything: the setting, the title, the theme, the critical analysis, the literary devices, and the explanation of this particular poem. So it's important for everybody right there to keep listening me for sure. Just stay tuned for the entire session, because once you are going to listen me today about this particular poem, you are done with it. Okay, and I can really get into this. Okay guys, so now come on. Hey, good afternoon Abhay. Hi, good afternoon everybody. Good afternoon guys. That's Anshu. That's not that's not a problem. That's completely okay. You can go ahead with that. All right, that's not problematic. We all are here to guide you perfectly. Okay, you need to just be very much particular that you get achieve good marks in your examination, and that's what our aim is. All right, so this is completely fine. Okay, it's just that make sure that you're joining hands with the best. All right, because Unacademy here is providing you the best. Okay everybody. Hey Vishal dear, definitely it all depends upon your dedication and your determination as well, how well you are determined to score that much marks. All right people, so we have got, hey Simple dear, I already said hello to you. The class is not here for spamming. Okay, if you really want to spam my dear, then you can leave. Okay, All right, everybody. Okay. Hey, Anjani. Hi, guys. All right. Pranav, dear, I had already done that. I taken a session on that. The video is available on this very channel only. Kindly go and visit. Okay. Hey, yes, Dan. Hello, everybody. Okay, guys. So the poem, the ball poem. Okay. Now, who is going to tell me? What do you know about this? What is the poem telling us? Come on. What is it telling us? All right. Hey, Aarti, really, I do that. Oh my God. I'm really sorry for that. I don't do that intentionally, my dear. Okay, there are a lot of comments that I get, and like looking at every comment is actually a bit of task. But despite that, I try my level best to look at everybody's comment. Okay. So the ball poem, guys, come on. Sarika is saying loss is immaterial and to able to bear loss in life, our possessions and loved ones will not be with us forever. Therefore, it's important to understand the nature of loss and to move on in life. That's very good, okay? That is very nice. Hey, Divya, hi, dear. Epistemology of loss, very good, Varun. This is what we come to know about this. That's pretty good. Very nice. Hey, Divya. All right, guys. So the ball poem, okay, it has been written by John Berryman. Guys, just make sure that you always know the title of the poem so perfectly. And you know the name of the person who has written it so nicely. All right, it's the ball poem. A lot of students, they write just this, okay, ball poem. No, that's not the thing. In this time, I mean this time it is going to be an MCQ, okay, so there will be not any problem, but like just keep this in your mind for your subjective examination, which is going to take place in term 2. So therein keep these things in your mind, that you should always remember the title perfectly. Okay, that's pretty important. Just remember the title so perfectly. If there is a punctuation, if there is a comma, if there is even like a preposition or anything, you should consider that perfectly. And then remember the name of the person who has written it so nicely. These questions are there in your examination, and the marks that we get for these questions are known as free marks. All right, because these are so straightforward questions, so why to lose your marks for something that's so amazing? Hey Divyanshi, hi dear, good afternoon. All right, people. Okay. Hey, Corby, I'm very well, dear. I hope that you're good too, right? I am pretty good. Thank you so much. Now, moving ahead, guys. Now, I'm going to start with the very information about John Berryman. All right, people. So, see, I always tell this to all my students, and I keep on reiterating this in all my sessions whenever I'm teaching you all the poems, that you guys need to know a bit about the poet. The reason being that if we actually consider the biography of the poet, that may have some link with what he has written in the poem. Okay, so that gives you a basic idea. Like if you know about the life of the poet, if you know about the life of a person who has written it, you will be able to relate it somehow with the poem, and that's important because every time the poem has got some deeper meaning. Okay, there is no straightforward thing. We don't have to understand a poem on just the very face value. You have to get deeper into it. All right, people, that's really important. So now just see, this particular poem is literally a very important poem wherein it is using a very simple object. It is using a very trivial object, okay, but the message it is imparting is really very important and deep. Okay, and that message has got a link with the life of poet. Okay, now just see what I've written for all of you here. Hey guys, hi everybody. So what does it say? It says that he was an American poet, okay, and a scholar as well. Like he was a scholar, he was a poet who started the conventional school of poetry. Okay, this is not something a school kind of school, all right. Here the school of poetry basically refers to a domain, a class of poetry wherein you can write like the poems wherein you are confessing something, okay, like you have done something or there is something that's going on in your heart and you want to just confess it. All right, you want to admit about it that this was being done by me. So that is the particular domain of poetry that he gets started, wherein the confessions were being made for anything that was being done. So that basically means that that was somehow what, a personal sort of poetry school that was being actually started by him, wherein a person can talk about the personal stuff, right? You can all relate to that, right, everybody? Is that clear, Anjani? That's pretty good there. Then the Dream Songs was his best known work. The Dream Songs, you know, that is literally amazing, guys. Why is that amazing? Because it is focusing on the depiction of extreme moments of personal experience. You see that his very particular work, which is the Dream Songs, it has got the works which is talking about the extreme personal experiences. That means something that was personally felt, all right? That's not not something fiction, that's not something which should be read only on the very face value. That means only on the surface. You just don't have to read it, you have to understand, you have to decode the meanings, the words. So that's what you will even see in this particular poem, the ball poem. Okay, and then what do we come to know? That he had a very disturbed life which was reflected in his work. Guys, he was a person who had committed suicide in his life, all right, and he was literally a depressed person. Please keep a note. I mean, always know the things that I say to all of you. He was a really depressed person. He was sad person. He was distressed in his life. All right, he had actually a very great loss in his life, wherein he had seen his father who had shot himself, okay, outside the window when he was very young. So his father had actually committed suicide, all right, and that particular loss had affected him for his entire life. Okay, he was totally a depressed person, a sad person who couldn't bear the loss that he saw right in front of him, and that made him somehow write this particular poem, which is the ball poem, because herein we are talking about the nature of loss through one of the through one of the very simple things, that is ball, the loss of ball. He is talking about the very greater loss in life that one has to actually face. Okay, so he in a way is trying to motivate and encourage others what he couldn't do for himself. He couldn't bear the loss. He lived a distressed life, he lived a depressed life, he lived a sad life. He didn't learn how to bear loss, and that is what he is trying to tell us here, to the readers, through a child, through a young boy and a ball. All right, is that clear to everybody? Hey Satya, hi dear, is that clear everyone? Sportsman, my class is for 10th. Yeah. Students, my classes for 10th grade actually take place on, yeah students, so my classes for 10th grade take place on TTS, that is Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, right at 2 o'clock, so be right there. And thank you everybody for wishing me Teachers Day. That's really sweet of you. I've got a lot of wishes from my dear students, and that was really so very much overwhelming, so thank you everybody. Okay, all right. See, Sarita, as I told you, my dear, it's not important to learn the biography of the author or the poet. But as I say, like if you know something about him, that can help you to actually locate the correct answer in your examination, because you never know what kind of questions are coming exactly. Okay. Though I'm going to discuss the sample paper with all of you coming Thursday, so be prepared with that everybody. But you know, like at times earlier you used to have this value based questions, no? So like if you have certain idea, no, like who is the poet, so you can relate, you can understand the poem so perfectly. That's why I always want all my students to know about the poet correctly. Is that clear? Hey, creativity with Nisa, is that clear? Hi everyone, hi Dilpreet, hi Ridhima, hi guys, hello, hi Ritik, hello everybody. So you all got it, that he was living a very sad and depressed life, and that is what is reflected even in his work. And he is using very creatively and very innovatively a very simple object, a ball, okay, which is really not very expensive, a very simple thing. So he's not taking in something that's so big, okay, he's not taking in something that's really so expensive. He's talking about the loss of one simple thing to make someone understand that loss is a part of life. Like you gain things in your life, you remain happy, similarly things would go away as well, but that doesn't mean that you are going to take that loss forever in your heart. You have to bear that loss and you have to move on, because life keeps on going on no matter whatever is happening. All right, that's what this is telling us about. Okay, yeah. Siddhi, I'll be beginning that soon. Okay, I'll be beginning that soon. Okay. Yeah, Corby, it is important to read the chapters, dear. It is very important to read the chapters, okay? All right, people. So now we are moving ahead, okay? Now, students, this is actually a homework for everybody right there, because I always want all of you to understand the things so very much by heart. So therein, just look for one another poem that has been written by John Berryman and give me the answer in the very comment section, okay? I'll be looking at the answers, and I'm going to give you the, I'm going to announce the name of the student who would be providing me the correct answer. Thank you, Arohi dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Okay. Preeti, like I didn't get your question there here. Hey Lakshmi. Now moving ahead, guys. Now we are going to talk about the setting and title. It's pretty important. So we see that what exactly this particular poem is going to talk about. The setting, you know, the backdrop, the background of the poem is very easy. It's very simple. It's not very complicated. It's not very exotic. Okay. What do we see? We see that there's a young boy, all right, who is playing with his ball. All right, a young boy playing with his ball, which slips from his hands and rolls to the street. So you see, as I'm telling you, there's a young boy. All right, there is a ball. He is playing with that ball and it just slips. Okay, it just gets off his hands, right? And it rolls to the street. Now the ball is rolling the street like it usually does. And finally what happens? It falls into a nearby river. This is what the setting of the poem. That's it. A boy, a ball, and a ball is moving all right down the street and it falls in the nearby river. That's it. Okay, that is the simple setting that has been used by John Berryman, wherein he is going to give us a very deeper and the greater meaning by using this simple instance. All right, then the poet has kept the title very short, which is very important to understand. That why is the title short? Title is short because he always wanted to be very exact. Okay, even all the poems that are being given in your syllabus, the titles, they are very short. So why the titles are always short? Because the title is something that gives you the basic idea of what is going to be there in the entire chapter or the poem. All right, that is why you have to always keep the titles very short. All right, people. Hey Lakshmi, hi. Right, yes. So what do we see? We see it's simple and to the point. The ball poem, you know, you get to know so easily that the poem is going to talk about something called ball. All right, that's pretty easy. Now the poem is about a child who loses his ball, and this loss makes him realize his responsibility, and he understands that loss is a part of life. So the poem is giving us one of the messages, which is what, that once you lose something, no, so that is giving you a sense of responsibility. That gives you a sense of realization first, that being responsible is a part of life. And once you become responsible, you're losing something. And what is that? You're losing your innocence, because now the maturity starts coming in your identity and you're losing being innocent. Earlier it didn't used to matter to you whatever is happening around, but you realize that something will not, like the things that are there with you will not remain with you forever. Okay, you one day you will have to part with that. That's what the poem is going to tell us. Okay, and herein he is talking about this boy who realizes his very particular mistake, that he didn't take care of the things so nicely, and then he started being responsible, and he understood that loss is one of the very important and intimate part of the life. All right, people, is that clear to everybody? Yes, that's good, Corby. Very good, very good. So everybody is just telling me the answer right away. Guys, you have to just comment after the session. Okay, then I'm going to have a look. All right. Yes, guys, sample paper is available. I'm going to discuss the sample paper with all of you on Thursday. All right, so be right there, everybody. Okay, that means on 9th of September, we are going to discuss the sample paper. Now theme, guys, coming to the theme is again very important. Okay, please pay attention to every bit that I share with all of you. One of the themes of the poem is loss of innocence, which is very important, guys. You know, like in your life you become, as you start growing up, when you're 2 year old, when you're 2 years old, your sense of thinking is different. When you are 6 years old, your sense of thinking is different. When you're 12 years old, you start thinking in a different way. When you're 15, you become so very much conscious about your career. When you're 18, you're a bit more mature. So as the life goes on, as you start growing up, no, your sense of maturity starts coming in. And when maturity is coming in, somewhere you're losing your innocence. What is innocence? That you're doing anything, like as in like you're doing anything irrespective of the fact that what would be the results, right, everybody? That is what innocence is, right, guys? Is that understandable? Epistemology, Akmal, is basically the knowledge of laws. Okay, the knowledge of the theory of laws, that laws is a part of life. You have to understand that. Okay, you just cannot keep on gaining everything in life. Whatever is with you today, you are going to lose that tomorrow, and you should have that courage to bear that loss, because like anything that has taken birth would definitely be dying one day. So you cannot just die with the person who died, all right? You have to live, okay? Because you have got the emotions, that's good. Feeling that emotion is good. Feeling that loss is good. But keeping that loss in your heart forever and not doing what is required to be done for your good, as in for your moving on in life, that is not good. If you are being sad, depressed, and you are not doing your things in life, you're not thinking about your career, you're not working, and you're just like crying every day, so that means you're deteriorating yourself. So that is what epistemology is, that you need to have the knowledge of theory of loss. All right, people, is that clear, everybody? Is that clear? So now guys, theme is loss of innocence. The child was very close to his ball. What is important for a child? Toys, right? Even when I was a child, what was important for me? My toys, okay? Like whatever toys were being given to me by my parents, that were the things that was so dear to me. You may see that if you're giving a child a toy, all right, he or she is playing with it. But then if you snatch it away or you take it away, the child will immediately start crying, okay? Why? Because the child gets the emotion, the child associates his or her emotions with that toy. He is enjoying, right? He is having fun with it. That's the source of pleasure, fun and enjoyment for a child. So herein, what do you see? That the child was so close to the ball, and the moment he loses it, all right, the moment it just goes off his hands, okay, he realizes that it was his responsibility to keep it safe and had failed in it, all right. So why did it slip off his hand? Because he didn't take care. All right, so that's what the poem is going to talk about, that if you're not caring for the things that are dear to you, if you're not caring for the things that are close to you, then they will just go away from you. All right, and therein comes the very sense of responsibility, that you are responsible for it. You know, when your mother, like, she goes away somewhere and she asks you to look after that pressure cooker thing in the kitchen, right? Like, you get to understand this. If your mother says that it is going to steam, and if you hear the steam, like after 3 steams, you just have to just turn off the stove, right? You get that responsibility, right, everybody? You have to do that. That's important. You have to take care of it. That's your responsibility, everybody. So there the thing is, like, if you're not going to take care of that, you're not going to have the food, right? The food would be burnt. All right, and we cannot really play with the pressure cooker at all, right, everybody? We do that, right, guys? Yes, it's important, right, everybody? Is that clear to everyone? This is a very simple kind of an example that I'm giving you all. So we see that he realized that it's important for him to keep the very things with him very safely and in a responsible manner. So he understands that from time to time he will lose things in life which money won't be able to replace. The child loses his innocence along with the ball. So what goes along with the ball? The innocence. Because now he starts thinking maturely what is right, what is wrong. That's what the very maturity is. That's what the sense of responsibility is, when you are not acting in a very innocent manner, and it doesn't matter to you like if there is ball or if there is no ball. All right, when you're thinking that what must be done in order to protect it, that means that your brain has started working in a mature manner. All right, so now with the ball going away, his innocence has also gone, and he realized it's important that he should understand the very concept of loss in life. Okay, so the deeper meaning of the poem is that we get attached to our loved ones and their loss causes depression. So that is the deeper meaning, wherein we are relating it again to John Berryman. He had lost his father. Okay, he had seen his father, like, who had shot himself right outside the window. That was a suicide. So herein we are talking about the fact that you will lose your loved ones, and that can cause depression. It will make you sad. It will make you distressed. You may not feel like eating, going out, talking to anybody. But as we grow up, we accept that death as it is inevitable and start living our normal lives again. Inevitable as in that this is something that you cannot ignore. All right, as you know that birth is the reality, death is also the reality. It will happen. It will surely happen. You have to go through it. You have to face it. You have to face that challenge. All right, that's what the poem is going to talk about. All right, everybody. Is that clear to everybody? Yes. Materialistic world basically means a world which is full of material, as in that there is like bungalow, car, phones, iPads, phones, a lot of material. This is what materialistic thing is. Depression, anxiety, Shivi, that's pretty good. All right, so I hope that's clear to everybody now. Now we are moving ahead to one of the questions that I've got for all of you. Come on, give me the answer. Think at least 5 sports that are played using a ball. Come on, that's so easy. Come on, guys. Come on. Yes, everybody, that's pretty easy, not that difficult. Think at least 5 sports that are played using a ball, everybody. Hey Vishnu, hi dear, hey Ishika. Anybody? Not that difficult question, right? Cricket, right? What else? I mean, they are football, very right. Sairaj, what about others? Let me check your football. Okay, Arohi. Basketball, yes, basketball, Sairaj, that's pretty good. Very nice. Hey Prerna, hi dear. All right, basketball, volleyball. Okay, so we have got football, hockey, cricket, billiards, and basketball. All right, so you guys know it. Okay, that's good, good, good. Okay, hey, Vanshika. All right, people. So we are starting with the very first stanza. The poem is a very short poem. Okay, it's not a long poem, wherein you will see that the language used by the poet is also very simple. It's not very too. I mean, it's not very difficult. So what does it say? See. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over there it is in the water. Now here the poet is actually questioning, okay? See, merrily, what do you mean by merrily? Merrily basically refers to the word cheerful, okay? That is cheerful. And bouncing means jumping up and down. So here, merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over there, it is in the water. So now the poet here is talking about the condition of a boy who has lost his ball and the boy was and the ball was dancing so very much cheerfully on the street and then it got into the water. All right, so now he is actually curious to know what would be the reaction of the boy here. All right, everybody, that is what we will come to know here. Hey, Vinay, hi, good afternoon. Yes, happily bouncing. That means happily jumping up and down. So here you see the ball. The word happily has been associated with the ball because ball is enjoying it. Okay, but the boy from whose hands the ball has just slipped off, he is not enjoying that view at all. All right, a lot of things has started coming in his mind. The sense of loss, the sense of responsibility, the loss of innocence. A lot of things happened with him as soon as the ball just went away from him. So now let's have a look, everybody. Okay, so what do we see? The poem is about a boy who loses his ball while playing. So the poet basically wants to know the boy's reaction. And that is why he is asking himself. Okay, he is questioning himself. There is no other person that he is questioning to. He is questioning himself. He asks himself, what will the boy do now after losing the ball? That's the question, you see. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go. So now he's saying, what is he going to do? The ball has now gone away. And what does he say? The poet sees the ball going happily bouncing. That means jumping up and down on the street and finally going into the nearby river. So here in the water, and you see an exclamation here, it means what? It means nearby water. Okay, that means nearby water. All right, so now it has entered into the water resource and now he just cannot go and take it. So now the poet is a bit more curious to know what is he going to do. All right, I hope that's clear to everybody. Right, guys, he's asking himself. Yes, hey, good afternoon, Karan. So I hope that's clear, everyone. Is that clear? Is there any doubt in the very first stanza, everybody? Any doubt? Hey, Karan, good afternoon. Is there any doubt, guys? I hope that's clear, right? Now, what are the literary devices that have been used here? Please pay proper attention, everyone. Pretty important. So, what are the literary devices? Anaphora has been used here. What does it mean? It means the use of repeated words in 2 or more lines. So, what do you see here? What is the boy? What, then what, and merrily bouncing, okay, and merrily over. So here you see the repetition of the word what. Like here basically we are talking about the repeated words in 2 or more consecutive lines. All right, so here you see what, okay, what is the boy, then what again, okay, and then we have merrily. All right, so that is what anaphora is. All right, then you have assonance. What is assonance? Repetition of the vowel sound in between the words. Okay, you have said you see boy, now who, and lost. So here o sound is actually the dominant sound and this is working as what? This is working as assonance because assonance is the repetition of the vowel sound. All right, people. Then imagery is there. When poet says merrily bouncing down the street, it immediately gets into your mind that the ball is actually dancing on the streets, as in that it is jumping on the streets and it's falling into the water resource. Right, everybody? Then you have repetition. What has been repeated? Okay, when you see that one particular word has been repeated, therein we say it is about a word. All right, people. I hope that's clear to everybody. Is that clear? Hey Pratmesh, hi dear, I'm not ignoring you. Is that clear to everybody right there? Is there any doubt regarding what I told you all? Yes. Is that clear, guys? Pretty important, everybody. Important? I mean, like clear to everyone? Now we are moving ahead to stanza 2, everybody. Pay attention. It says, no use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him a dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. So what do you mean by the words here? Look at the words. Rigid basically means fixed, okay? Trembling means shaking, okay? And harbor is a dog, okay? It's a port. And intrude means invader. And dime is 10 cents, okay? So here we are talking about what? We are talking about the cost of ball, all right? Now what does that mean? See, the boy is struck with grief and there is no use consoling the boy. So here we see that the poet is telling us that he is grief stricken, he is so sad, he is so depressed. Why? Because he has lost the dear thing, that is the ball. You know, ball can be a very trivial thing, it can be a simple thing for an adult. For me it seems as if it is just a ball, I'll buy you the another one. But no, here the poet is saying there is no use of saying that there are other balls as well, because you had associated your emotions with that ball, because the boy had associated with the emotions with that particular ball only. You know, at times that you're so very much associated, or you like any dress, any shoes, or anything which is so dear to you, and you're like that I just want this, I don't want anything else. So your emotions get associated with that particular materialistic thing, right? That is a material, you're associating with emotions, you're associating your emotions with it. A child loves the toy car more than anything else, okay? So this could be the thing that is his favorite toy. We say that this is my child's favorite toy. So why do we name it favorite? Because the child has associated the emotions with it. So here the poet is trying to say that in your life, some things or some people, they cannot ever be replaced, okay? Money cannot buy what can money cannot buy everything, okay? Once you have lost something, that's gone forever. So here, through just a very simple thing, the poet is trying to say that the loss in life is something that you need to bear in a correct manner, and all the things just cannot be replaced, no matter how wealthy or how fortunate or how rich you are, because money can't replace everything. All right, people, this is really important. Okay, you cannot buy everything. So we see another ball would not be enough to replace the ball. And where does it mention? Oh, there are other balls. He says no use to say this. He says there is no point of saying this, that other balls, there are other balls as well, because the emotions are being attached now. And ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. So ultimate, why ultimate is known as the very highest peak of grief we are here talking about, okay? Then nothing can be more said than the loss of a ball for a child. That is why the word ultimate has been used here. So that is the highest grief that is being that has touched the boy, and he is shaking, I mean he is trembling now, okay? He is bearing the loss now. Now, what does he say? The memories of his childhood go down into the river along with the ball. So, where does it mention? As he stands rigid, as in that he is so fixed, he is so shaking, okay? He is so trembling and he is just staring at the loss, alright? He just couldn't do anything. The ball is just going into the river. So, what does he say? Is all his young days into the harbor. So, that basically means all his young days refers to the fact of the refers to the all his memories associated with the ball. So basically the memories of his childhood, that is what it means, all his young days. The memories of his childhood go down into the river, into the harbor, it mentioned there. okay, along with the ball. That's what it mentions. Then the loss is unbearable and the boy is very sad. So you see here, what is the poet doing? The poet is telling us just because of one simple thing, he is unable to bear the loss, but that thing is really the bigger thing. For a child, a toy is very important, okay? For an adult, it may not be important. You can buy the another one, but all the feelings and all the emotions, all the memories of a child is associated with that toy. So herein, John Berryman is trying to tell us that you will lose the things in your life, okay? If you're losing someone who is close to you in your life, and you have got all the memories related to that person in your mind, all that just goes away with the person going away. Okay, as in like all the beautiful memories, they are now going away with that person being gone. But that doesn't mean that you are not going to bear the loss. Maybe the loss is unbearable. You're not able to feel that, okay? But you have to do it if you want to live, all right? Otherwise, your life would be really in a mess, and that is not correct. You have to understand that loss is a very intimate part of life, okay? You cannot keep gaining every time. You cannot be happy every time, okay? Life just cannot be stable. It just cannot be like that, okay? That is not what life is. Life has got a lot of characteristic traits. You have to understand every trait. All right, being happy is good, being joyful is good, you are enjoying, you are feeling entertained, that's good, but you can be sad also, and you have to be prepared for that mentally. All right, that's what the poet is going to tell us. All right, everyone, is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everyone? So now what does he say? He says, his ball went. I would not intrude on him. Intrude on him as in that I am not going to be the invader. I am not going to interrupt him in his feeling. This is what he means here. Okay, that I am not going to interrupt his feelings, and I'm not going to tell him that another ball is just for a dime, one dime. That is the cost of one ball, and that's very cheap. It's not expensive. He's saying that I'm not going to console the boy by saying that I will buy you another ball, because that is going to be worthless, because money cannot buy everything. Money would not bring in the emotions that were being associated with the lost ball or thing in life. All right, people, are you all understanding? So that poet doesn't want to intervene, okay? That is basically means intrude, okay? He doesn't want to intervene by offering. He doesn't want to console the boy, saying that money, like by offering money to the boy to buy another ball, because he says that it's going to be pointless, it's going to be worthless. So the kid realizes for the first time that it is his responsibility to take care of his possessions. You see this line at the end which says he senses first responsibility. So for the first time, that sense of responsibility comes in his identity, that he has to take care of the things that belong to him. All right, here it says possession. All right, people, so that's important. We have the message here that whatever you have with you, take care of it today, because it may not be with you tomorrow. So like, do not wait for tomorrow that you are going to take care of it tomorrow. No, if it's really important, if it matters to you, then actually take care of that particular thing or any person or anything right from now. All right, do not wait for tomorrow. Okay, people, is that clear? Yes. That's pretty good. Intrude basically means when a person is intruder when he is not in that place. Intrude is basically, as I told you, like to intervene, okay? That he is not going to offer him anything. Any consolation would not be offered by him, because that's going to be worthless. Because the child, you know, in your life, if you lose someone, like unfortunately, if we lose someone in a family or someone, if you're trying to console that person at that moment, the person would not understand you, okay? Because the emotions at that moment are so overwhelming. Okay, the person would not understand you at that moment. He or she might be listening to you, but the person would not really understand, because the emotions at that moment is like too much. You're crying, you're sad, you're distressed, but for that particular moment, that it's okay. But to continue it for like months and years later in your life is not okay. That means you're hampering your mental space, you're hampering yourself, and that's wrong. All right, that's what the poem is telling us, that do not stretch it to such a great extent that you tend to lose your own life. Okay, don't do that. That's what it's saying. All right, so what were the literary devices? Alliteration. Use of sound b, you know, at the start of the two consecutive words. Buys a ball black. So this b sound is there. That's alliteration. Remember, figures of speech is very important from your examination point of view. Gorvi, grief means sad. Okay? All right. All right, people. Now, assonance is the vowel sound E. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes. So, E sound is really the dominant sound in this particular line. All right, people. Now, what do we see? Repetition of the word ball, as in like here the word has been repeated, and no use of conjunction in a sentence. A dime, another ball is worthless. So this is ascendant. Okay, this is not important, guys. I have given this to all of you just for your information. When you see no conjunction, this is not usually asked in your examination. All right, people, is that clear? Corby, I'll be telling you everything there on Thursday. Be right there, right at 2 o'clock, okay? Now, stanza 3. In a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy, and no one buys a ball black. Money is external, he is learning. Well behind his desperate eyes. The epistemology of laws have to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know and must know many days how to stand up. So, what do you mean by possession? The state of owing something. External is outward, desperate is hopeless. Epistemology is the theory of knowledge. That means the theory of knowledge of laws. Alright, so what does it say now? The poet tells the harsh reality of this materialistic world through this poem. So that means the world which is filled with a lot of things that can be accessed by you all, okay? All those things that are accessible. For example, a pen, a laptop, a phone, a home, a car, okay, sorry, a house, a car, okay, anything which is really a material for you. So this particular world is filled with all these things, and the boy has to learn that during this journey called life he will have to lose many things and loved ones. So this is what the poet is addressing here, that we have to understand the loss in life, guys. All right, creativity with Nisa, I told you dear, grief means when you are sad, okay, when you are sad, distressed, okay, that's what grief is. All right, is that clear? Okay, so we have got, do we have any question? Mountain warriors, what didn't you understand, my dear? What didn't you understand? All right, okay. So what do we see? We see that here the poet is saying that the boy has to learn that during this journey, which is your life, you will lose many things in your loved ones. And the poet tells the boy that he has to learn to accept this loss and move on. It's important that he understands this. And no one can buy back what is lost, because money can't buy everything. This is very important. This is what he is saying. He's addressing here that money is not something that can buy everything, that can give you everything. No, that's not going to happen every time. You have to think, you have to consider like what exactly is happening in your life. Here what does he say is that in a world of possessions, possession basically means in the world which is filled with a lot of materialistic things, wherein you are attaching your emotions with it. Like people, they get obsessed with their phones, okay, with their iPads, with their tablets, okay, that this should be taken care of properly, or even with anything. So what do people do? Like people take balls will be lost always. So here balls, what does it refer to, guys? It refers to the things, it refers to the materialistic things that you always buy for yourself, or you consider them to be yours. All right, and that will be lost always. So that means that here he is now referring to your loved ones as well, that people will be lost, your loved ones will go away one day. All right, so little boy, he is trying to explain the little boy here that you, whatever things are there in your life, they will just be going away one day. Okay, and no one buys a ball back. So herein he is saying that money is external, so money is outward. That basically means that money is not the source that can always buy back the things that you have lost. A person, for example, a person who is dear to you is no more there with you in this world, okay, unfortunately met with an accident or something like that, then money cannot save that person. Okay, that's what he is here trying to tell us. He is advocating the fact that learn to bear the loss, because no matter how rich you are, at times you cannot purchase back the emotions that were being associated with that person, or the memories that were being associated with that person. All right, is that clear, Trisha? No, not today, dear. Okay. So we see he is learning well behind his desperate eyes. So here what do we come to know? That he is learning how to be very particular about this thing, that he has to bear the loss. So he is learning well behind his desperate eyes. Desperate basically refers to the hopeless eyes. All right, that he is so hopeless and he is not understanding anything, and he is understanding this now, that loss is a part of life. And the epistemology of laws, that is the theory of knowledge, that the theory of knowledge of laws, this is what he has to understand, that how to stand up, that means that how to face the laws. Okay, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. So now he is saying that it is important that you should know one day things would happen for sure, one day things would go away from you, one day the loved ones would die. So you have to bear that, you have to stand up, you have to face it. Okay, and you have to move on in your life for your good. This is what your stanza 3 was all about. So the boy here is learning to stand up against the pain of loss, the real truth of life, that is to accept the miseries and move on. This is what the poet here is talking about. Maybe the poet himself was not able to bear the loss and the pain, and that is why he led a distressed, sad and grief-stricken life. All right, but he wants to tell this to the readers, that it is important to stand to stand up again after the loss, if you really want to live a happy and soothing and very calm life. Okay, so this is the truth that everyone has to learn in his or life. That is what the poem is telling us. So I hope that you all understood it. All right, everyone. Yeah, Fatima, what's your question, dear? Just let me know. Okay, so what are the literary devices? Alliteration, so use of sound bar. Again, here you have assonance. Here I told this to you, repetition, ball has been repeated. And symbolism, the ball symbolizes that everything that we hold close to our hearts. That's what this particular poem is talking about. That ball is not just a ball that the poet here is talking about. Instead, the ball is actually talking about everything that is so close to our heart, that is so dear to us. All right, that's what the poem is talking about, that you are going to lose it, but you have to understand the knowledge, you have to have the very theory of loss in your mind. You have to bear it, you have to stand up, and you have to move on. That's what it says. All right, what do you want, Fatima? What do you want me to explain again? Would you just let me know? Are you talking about the stanza 3? Are you talking about the stanza 2 or the stanza 1? Okay. Yeah, Corby, that's I totally understand, dear. But we have to be a bit more stronger in our life, okay? Because things that are so inevitable, that's not in your control. We cannot do anything about that. All we can do is just pray for the ones who just leave us. That we can do by pure heart. And otherwise, if there is something that's like hampering us for like quite long time, we should try to find a solution to get over it. Otherwise, living life really becomes so difficult. Okay, stanza 2, all right, just there. Stanza 2 is like, see, he was saying that there is no point of saying no to, there is no point of saying that there are other balls. Basically means that there are other things that they are there, which are there, and you can buy them. For example, if there is a loss of any loved one, all right, and then you are saying that we can have some another person like him. So that's not something that's very right to say, okay, because you can never replace the people in your life, okay. Similarly, he is saying that that particular boy, he is so grief stricken, okay, he is so filled with grief and sadness at the moment, that he is standing so rigid, so fixed, staring just at the ball. His mind is not working, he is becoming numb. Okay, why? Because all his young days, that is all his childhood memories, they are now just going away from him. Okay, and they have now gone away with that ball in the water resource, right? So here the poet is trying to tell us that all your memories would also go away with that person, but you should not be grief stricken for just a number of years after the leaving of that particular thing. So he is saying his ball went, that means the materialistic thing that he was in close connection with, that has completely been gone now. And I would not, now here I refer to the poet, he is saying that I am not going to intervene that particular boy, the feeling of that particular boy, by telling him that I would buy you the another ball, that, and because this is so very much cheap, a dime, just 10 cents, okay, which is really very cheap and not expensive, so I'm going to buy you the another one that's really going to be worthless and pointless. That is what he says. And now, like here, the very boy had realized that it is his responsibility to take care of the thing which really belonged to him. So here we see that somehow the poet was relating himself with the very situation of the poem. Maybe he was not able to take care of his father, maybe he was not able to take care of the very things and the mental state of his father, and his father had committed suicide then. All right, so it remained with him for his entire life, and it resulted in him taking up the very action of committing suicide, which was wrong. All right, so in a way, through the poem, he's giving us the message that we need to stand up after any loss that we suffered, and we have to move on. We don't have to be there for the entire life, because it will only keep you in a negative situation, and there would be no positivity that can be showered on you. All right, that's what it is said. So I hope that's clear. I hope. Okay, so critical analysis of the poem, guys. All right, here we see the poem is about losing something beloved. That means something very dear to you. Okay, and learning to grow up. That is what life is, that you have to let go of the things that went away, because those things are not in your control. Okay, it is about a little boy who learns what it is like to experience grief. Okay, very young boy. You see the very term young boy has been used here. Okay, why? Because through a very initial and tender age, this is important to understand right at your tender moment, that loss is a part of life, so that when you are growing up, no, like it doesn't come like a shock. So if the basic understanding of a very important part of your life is made to you understood, okay, is made understood to you right at your tender age, then the things in your life would be very sorted. Okay, so he is saying that a very young boy, he is experiencing grief for the first time with the loss of his beloved ball. So for grown-ups, the loss of a ball is not a matter of concern really. For you'll be like, okay, it's just a ball, I'll buy you the another one. But no, for that particular child, that boy was so very much there. But to a little boy, it means the world to him. Okay, so now here we see a dime, another ball, they are worthless. Okay, like buying like a boy, sorry, buying a ball for just one dime, that is 10 cents, that is worthless. That's not going to be very useful. Money is external. That means it cannot buy back our love, nor replace the things that we love, the things that really matter. So do not think that money can do everything in life. No, that's not always possible. All right, people, is that clear to everybody? Yes, is that clear to everyone? Is that clear, guys? Is that clear, guys? Okay, then the poem does not follow any rhyme scheme. Okay, there is no rhyme scheme. Please remember this, it's important. All right, in this poem, the boy's ball personifies his young days and happy innocence. That is what is actually happening. In this world, people will take balls just as they will take away our innocence and force us to grow up. So you know, like growing up is something that will eventually happen, but your innocence will definitely be going away. But you don't have to be negative about that. Unless and until your innocence is not settling down, you won't be mature. You won't understand that what does it actually take to be responsible in life, and responsibility is very important in life. All right, because you have to take care of everything. All right, is that clear to everyone? Yes, guys. Is that clear now? Guys, I use very simple English, okay? That's not so difficult. So I hope the poem is clear to everybody right there. Please make sure that you guys are reading the poem on your own as well. If there's any doubt, just post in the comment section. I'm going to address that for sure, okay? Now coming to Bugs Bounty, everybody, we have got an amazing thing for all of you. If you find that there's something inappropriate in the given video, you can report that by using the very form given in the description. And after that, we've got like a lot of Unacademy subscription features, okay? Term 1 is approaching. Do not delay your success, everybody. We have got a lot of features. You guys get to learn live from the comfort of your home, unlimited access to all the courses, top educators of India on one single platform would be there, that is highly qualified teachers. Regular doubt clearing and answer writing sessions would be there. Exhaustive coverage of the syllabus would also be there. Mentorship and guidance. Study material in the form of PDF would be given to you. Practice tests, live test series, and batch courses. So we would have daily practice sections, weekly mock test series, live quizzes, daily MCQ and subjective test series. So guys, think wisely. That's pretty important for everybody. Okay, just make sure that you are actually selecting the best duration. I mean the best subscription plan for yourself. We have got different monthly plans. 48 months, 36 months, 24, 18, 15, 12, 9 and 3. You can go ahead with any of the plans that suits you the best. Make use of my code because this is going to give you straight 10% discount, and this would also give you the assurance that I am going to be there to solve any of your doubts. Okay, also guys, we have got iconic subscription. Okay, you can go ahead with it. This is really unique. Everybody, one-on-one interaction would be there, personal mentor would be there. Okay, get like exact, like you will have one-on-one interaction. Then live doubt solving sessions would be there. Weekly reports would definitely be there. We are going to share the weekly reports with you to tell you that how well you are actually progressing with the particular subject. And then parent connecting, we are going to connect with your parents to tell them that yes, you are definitely developing. Don't worry, we are not going to complain. Okay, then study planner would be there. Planning is always needed to succeed well in your life. And then we would have all the benefits of Unacademy subscription as well. So make sure that you guys are definitely going in with it. Then we have different monthly plans, guys. You can go ahead with any plan that suits you the best. Make use of my code. It is going to give you straight 10% discount, and the code, as I said, is PSH10. All right, the code will give you an assurance that I am going to be there to solve any of your doubts. So discuss it with your parents or with whomsoever you want to discuss it about, but go ahead for your good. All right, everybody. And then anybody now can be a subscriber on Unacademy Plus in the very payment method. Go in, pay in parts, check our EMIs. We have got zero cost EMIs. Read our FAQs, the code like PSH10. Let's say 15,000 is the amount. You can pay in 2 parts, which is 7,500 each, or 3 parts, which is 5,000 each. Okay, so this is for only 12 month subscription. So talk to Unacademy expert right today and make use of my code PSH10, because only this code can give you the very assurance that Preksha Ma'am would be there to solve any of your doubts for the entire duration. And now we have got free special class features, guys. Live real-time interaction using chat and emojis. Ask questions using the question tab. Live poll options for quiz and poll leaderboard. Compete with your friends as well. So tomorrow, guys, I'm going to take this special class right at 8 p.m. Okay, in the very evening, we are going to deal with the chapter Triumph of Surgery with a lot of MCQs. Make use of my code. Okay, the class has already been scheduled. Kindly enroll right away. Be right there. Okay, we are going to have 90 minutes class tomorrow. All right, everyone. Okay, solving my queries, and was really happy for solving my queries. Thanks a lot. That's great, Sarika. That's so great, dear. That's so great. Okay. And Fatima, thank you, dear. And guys, we are celebrating Teachers Month, and guys, I'm again thankful to everybody because I got a lot of wishes from all my dear students, so that was really so very much nice. So now, guys, we decided to celebrate this Teachers Month. Okay, we have got special gift from your favorite teachers. We have got the offer for Plus and Iconic subscription, guys. It's ending on 13th September, that is Monday. An exciting mega offers for CBSE students of classes 6 to 12. So you guys can buy 12, 15 and 18 months and get 4 months free. Okay, and for 24, 36 and 48 months, you guys are going to get 6 months extra free, which is really amazing, like literally amazing. And in case of 60, 72 and 84 months, you guys are getting 8 months free. So flat 10% discount we are providing, okay, on purchasing Plus Iconic subscription for any duration, and it's only for first 500 subscriptions. So make use of my code, which is PSH10, and avail 10% discount, guys, and meet me on the Plus platform for sure. For grade 9 students, the classes, they are already going on. Enroll in the batches, and the grade 10 students, just hurry up, all right, and meet us right there. Okay, and guys, special gift from your favorite teachers again, like if you are aspiring to be an ITN, okay, like as in if you want to crack IT JEE NEET UG with CBSE, okay, so we have got this amazing offer for class 9 students. Buy 2-year CBSE course and get 25% flat off on 2-year IT JEE NEET UG course and 2 years free validity starting today. And class 10 students buy 1-year CBSE course and get 20% flat off on 2-year IT JEE NEET UG course and 1 year free validity starting today. So save 50% plus 25% and 33% plus 20%. It's valid only till 13th September. offer. Make a note of it. Okay, everybody. Yes, Arohi, it's going to be the special class on app. Okay, you will have to download the app, dear. There and follow me, and you will have the class right at 8 o'clock there. Okay, everyone. All right. And we have again got this IT JEE NEET UG with foundation, and it's really an amazing offer, guys. Like literally saying this, a lot of students are giving feedback about this particular offer. So guys, just go ahead with this because this is really a bumper kind of an offer for everybody. Okay, foundation plus IIT JEE and NEET UG. What else you need, people? We are providing you a lot. Okay, so class 9 students buy 2-year foundation course and get 25% flat off on 2-year IIT JEE NEET UG course and 2-year free validity. Starting today, save 50% plus 25%, and class 10 students, you can buy 1-year foundation course. And foundation course is really so very much helpful. Like literally it is so helpful. Get 20% flat off on 2-year IIT JEE NEET UG course and 1-year free validity starting today. So you can save 33% plus 20%. It's valid only till 13th September. Guys, don't let it go. Make use of my code, okay, PSH10, because you know, like this is literally important. Like English is one of the languages that will stay with you for your entire life. Okay, you need to speak fluently, you need to speak without any hesitation, nervousness, anxiety or anything. Okay, no fear must be there in your mind. The words must be coming automatically to your tongue, and for that you really need to understand things so correctly. Okay, and I'm definitely going to guide you all perfectly. Go ahead with the best because we are providing you the best. Okay, so 10% off on Unacademy Plus and Iconic subscription. Make use of my code PSH10, alright? And let me know about this, that you guys have made use of my code, because that is going to be really amazing. I can bet you on this, okay? So download the Unacademy app, get it on Google Play and download the App Store. Try all of these features for free by making use of my code PSH10, and let's crack it, okay guys? Do not forget to like the session, share it with your friends and subscribe the channel, guys. Okay, if you have not hit the bell button yet, then kindly do that. All right, people, and let's crack it together. Thank you, everybody. Do not forget to make use of the code for your good, because English really matters. All right, people. All right, guys, so I'm going now. Okay, people, thank you, Vanshika, thank you, guys, thank you, everybody. So we are going to meet on Thursday now, and we are going to do the sample paper right there. Be right there. I'm going to ask you all a lot of questions so that you would come to know. P Sarika, that is I think that is like on hold as of now. You'll be given the information soon, my dear. Okay, don't be worried about that. All right, okay, people, take care. Bye bye, have a good day ahead. And